Now, using Dreamweaver together with WordPress is not something I find myself doing all the time, but every once in a while when I have, kind of a complicated post, maybe the post is going to have a table with some data in it, or it's going to involve some kind of an intricate layout, or, something bizarre like this. Yeah, I could hand code it, but it's just easier to get Dreamweaver to do it. So this is what we have. So I have just a little bit of text at the top here. So you're all revved up to learn Flash, blah, 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 blah. And then here I have, I think it's a heading 5 that I put in there just for the heck of it. And then a table that kind of runs through all of the minimum requirements for both the Windows and Mac operating systems. So the idea here is I want to get all of this content over into WordPress, into my new post, right? That's the idea here. So, well, this formatting here, I thought I would throw in this little curveball here. This is CSS, the formatting here. And yeah, it's really simple formatting. It's controlling the font and the color and the size, real simple. But I did want to introduce some CSS formatting. Everything else, there's no formatting beyond this content here. And the reason why I wanted to do this is I wanted to mention that if you do want to use CSS in your posts that you're pulling out of Dreamweaver and dumping into WordPress, you definitely can. What I did here is I created what's referred to as an inline style, which is very much shunned by many web designer, but every once in a while they're needed. So let me show you the code behind this here. I'm just going to click on split and see if I can get my screen happening here. There we go. And you can see there's my my inline style right there. Span style equals font-family, Tahoma, color, and then the font-size, which is 12 pixels, right? And then there's the content, and then there's where the span ends right there. So that's what I did. Okay, now how to get this really plain, boring content into WordPress. Well, what I'm going to do is it's all about code, right? So hold on to your lunch and click on the code view, and now we're looking at code. Select all that stuff, no more, no less, copy it. Command-C, Control-C on the Windows side, flip back over to your new post, which has been waiting patiently for us in the wings. Make sure you're on the HTML tab, there on the top right, and let her rip. Paste, Command-V or Control-V. Okay. Flip over to your blog, which I think you should still have open, inside a browser tab. I hope you still have that guy open. Refresh, Command-R or Control-R. Here we go. Flash's minimum requirements. Okay, so there's the paragraph. There's the inline formatting coming through. Awesome. There's the H5, I believe it is. And then there's the table. All right, so we're looking cool here. Now, I am going to make a minor change here, but first of all, the process worked, going from Dreamweaver over into our post in WordPress, which is killer. But I do want to make some changes back in our post. So I'm going to fly back over to the back end, the admin area of our blog here. And, all I'm going to do is a very simple change. Look for table width equals, and you should see 300 there. Do you see that in there? And I'm going to change that to 100%. Make sure you put the percent sign at the end there. There, that looks a lot nicer. Awesome stuff. That looks so cool. That's awesome. I love it. I think it's totally awesome, totally rad. Okay, so the process of getting content over from Dreamweaver into WordPress, I hope makes sense. And don't forget that even though you pasted the content over from Dreamweaver, you can always come into the HTML editor here, make changes, change up whatever you want here. You'll notice, for example, that I have column widths inside our table. You can mess around with those, all the rest of it. Go nuts, go crazy. It's cool stuff.